So E3 is upon us, and I want to tell my little E3 conference celebrity story. This happened like a few years back. I was working in one of the E3 conferences here in downtown LA at the convention center. And so I'm there watching the floor, making sure nobody comes up, no stragglers. It's an easy gig. They're inside most of the room. Most of the time I hear laughing, screaming, jumping around, but you know, it's whatever they're doing, I don't really pay attention. Maybe they're dancing to music. I know there's a Laker game going on, and it's like people down the bar are celebrating the whole Laker game. And so hours later, I see the wife. She leaves, and I talked to her for a while. Really cool lady, really hot lady. And we talk, and she takes off. And so just like, you know, I paid no attention. I was waiting. And so then later, maybe like 4 in the morning, the main star who I was watching, he said I'm just going to step out for a second. And he went downstairs. I don't know where he went. And so maybe a half hour later, the young guy who's with them, the assistant, he comes out. He starts crying, and so I'm like, okay, you know, I ignore him. He's on his phone. He's crying. He's walking back and forth. Then he starts talking to me. He says, I don't know what to do. My life is over. I have to go find a job, and oh my gosh. And this guy's like bawling. He's crying. So I'm thinking, remember, you have to go find a job. It's like, then what do you do? Why are you with these high-profile actors if you're not you're unemployed? I mean, who are you? And so he looks at me. Well, I'm their assistant. So I'm like, okay, then why are you out of a job? Something? I mean, they let you go? Something going on? He's like, no. He's like, I don't know what to do. And then he's like, I just need a hug. And he gets close to me. I think nothing of it because it's like, you know, whatever. He's like talking. He's bawling. So I tap him on the shoulder, dude, you'll be okay, whatever. So he kind of hugs me. He's like, okay, this is like a little weird, you know, kind of hugging me. He's like, I'm so sad, you know, I got dumped. I'm like, wow, this guy lost his job and he got dumped. That's like 2 strikes. And so I was like, well, you find another girl. I mean, this is LA. You're working with a high-profile actor. He's gonna hook you up with all kinds of girls, a bunch of tails, and be following him. And he's like, well, I don't want nobody else. He's the one that dumped me. So I'm thinking, hold on, wait a minute, what? And so he's like, yeah, I passed the age. I turned 26 tomorrow, and so I'm getting dumped because I'm past the age. So I'm thinking, past the age? And you'd be 21 to go in bars, 21 to drink, past the age for exactly what? So he continues and says, well, at this point, I'm like, okay, you know, you gotta back off because you're getting kind of weird, and you shouldn't be hugging me, some stranger, I don't even know who you are, in an empty, like, hotel room that the whole floor was empty except for us. And he starts telling me, like, well, I turned 26 tomorrow, and the guy who he was dating, the main actor, likes guys 24 and younger. He got lucky to be past the age a year after. And so I'm thinking, hey, wait a minute, this guy's like telling me all this stuff about the main actor and how he broke his heart, and he's past the age of being dating him. So I'm thinking, wait a minute, this guy has a fine looking wife. His wife, she did a lot of movies. She stopped acting for a while. I guess probably to raise the kids. That's how it works in Hollywood. But this guy, he gets millions of dollars per movie, so she probably doesn't have to work. But why? It's Hollywood, okay? So I'm trying to figure out, okay, I don't say anything at this point. I'm like listening to this guy bawl and spill all this out. And he's like, so I asked him, well, what about the wife? I mean, does she know about you too? She's like, yeah, she watches us. I was like, wait, what? Watches? Now, I've met other celebrities who do the same thing. And believe me now, I can't say who they are because no one's ever going to believe me. I can blurt them out and be like, yeah, whatever. But I've seen other couples in Hollywood, big, huge stars, who do like freaky stuff like this. So I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute. She watches, she doesn't say anything, she doesn't complain. So no, when we're done, she leaves. Or a lot of times, I ask her, does she ever join? He's like, no, she don't join. She just likes to watch, sometimes she takes pictures. So I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute, takes pictures? You can't even imagine how many pictures this girl has of her husband. I guess it's probably like a ploy, a blackmail, in case they ever break up. So, well, I want half your shit, motherfucker, because I have all these fucking pictures, TMZ. And so I'm like listening to this guy. This guy's bawling for a half hour. This guy's telling me all kinds of stuff and this and this. Oh, wait, he's talking about this celebrity or that celebrity. So I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute. So you're mad and sad because you have to find a job because he dumped you because he wants younger dick. Is that where I'm getting that right? Is that correct? And so the guy's like, yes, I've been here in LA for 4 years. I hooked up with him, and he's been paying for everything I've been doing, and I spent all my money. At this point, I don't really know what to say, because, I mean, what advice do you give somebody? Go find somebody else, and hopefully they like your 26-year-old dick? I don't know. It's Hollywood. This happens a lot. So, but I haven't really encountered somebody crying and telling me their whole story about so-and-so. Now, I heard stories about this actor being the way he is, but it's like something you don't really want to believe because he did all these action roles. And you're like, oh my gosh, I grew up watching this guy, you know, start his career off in a TV show, dancing away and doing all kinds of different things. So it's like, and him to tell me that he's been his play toy, and he goes, once he's done with him, he's going to go find himself a younger play toy. And that's what the whole discussion was in the room. He called it off, and so he left, and he told the guy to pack his stuff, and he wants him gone before he comes back. Now, when he left, he didn't tell me anything about make sure the guy leaves before he comes back, so I'm not really sure what happened, but the assistant went back to the hotel room. He got his stuff. He was sad. He was crying. Now, like I said, I didn't really have any much advice to give him, other than the fact that he told me all the stuff. He showed me some pictures on his camera with him and the main actor, because I didn't really believe it, because it's kind of hard to believe. But when you actually see pictures yourself, you're like, wow, that's pretty crazy. Now, it's not pictures from the camera, because it's like the whole, before the whole camera phones and the whole digital stuff. He had like Polaroids. And I'm seeing these Polaroids, I'm like, okay. Now, it kind of messes your mind, because you're like, wait a minute, I just watched this guy in a big action movie. Now I'm seeing this guy on his knees with a mask, and it's just doing some freaky shit. It's just really, really crazy. So I don't really give too much, like I said, my advice to the young guy. He leaves, he's crying. I told him he's like, get back on your foot. This is Hollywood. Anything can happen. You got to hustle and do what you got to do. I'm pretty sure he's going to hook you up with something. And the guy just said, yeah, he hooked me up with a brand new car. He hooked me up with a new assistant job someplace else that pays me a lot of money. So I'm thinking, okay, what the hell are you mad for? And the guy says, well, he has a really good... So now at that point, I'm like, I can't, I really am stumped. It's like 6 in the morning, and this guy's talking about some other guy's penis and how great it is, and how he's not going to find another penis just as great as that. This is too early for this. Now when he leaves, the main actor comes back, the guy I'm watching. I talked to him for a little. He doesn't really remember me from back in the day, because who does? Who actually remembers their security guard from like 3 years ago? And he doesn't say nothing. He leaves. Another younger guy comes in. He says, I'm here for so-and-so. So somebody's in that room right there. And I guess that must be the new breakfast booty or something, because I heard screaming, yelling, moaning. So I guess easy replaced here in Hollywood. But that's my EA conference celebrity story. And until next time, you guys, RJ out.